All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the practice. We got most of it in before we had to move inside there. So hope you guys got a good look. I appreciate it. I'm very good with you, very lenient. No personnel questions today. I got nothing to hide. Nobody's injured. Nothing major. I just don't want to answer every little thing. We're a little thin. Got a couple guys sick, a couple guys very minor, a couple days. We'll be fine. Thin in a few positions, but nothing to tell you or I would. Other than that, you can see today, still a lot of work to be done. We got a lot of things to get better at and correct. But I like this team. I like the way they compete. They're grinding. They're doing the best they can. There's certain areas where certain question marks in this team. We got to work hard, get those answers fixed. There's other areas that are very strong. But we got to be a complete football team. We got some deficiencies that we got to get tidied up. But overall, I anticipate we will, because these guys have worked really hard, and we'll continue to do that.
Mark, what's your strategy in general with easing those transfers? And I know with Will last year, he didn't come in and get first team reps right away, especially those defensive backs. How do you kind of get them?
Yeah, those guys were just starting to really see them. Today was the first day we were able to do one-on-ones, and you guys were out there for it, and you saw it. I want to see what they can do. I want to see them in exposed situations. So as camp goes on, we can put them in very difficult situations. I'll see how they respond to that and how they move. With our defense, sometimes the way we do so much, they can be protected at times, and I want to see one-on-one when there's no hiding who can make plays.
As a defensive coach, how much easier is it with a bunch of old guys right there in the middle who are read and react and getting their hands on balls?
They really are. We're far ahead. Coach White, Brad's done a really good job, and we have some veterans. We have some guys that have been around here for a while, so we're able to do a lot, and they're executing pretty good. Defensively, we're executing pretty well. And with the offense, with some young guys and some inexperience at wide receiver, you could see and you would expect defense to be a little further ahead. However, we're not concerned, because when you put it all together, we are who we are. And how you set it up, how you set up plays and do all that. It looks kind of rough at times right now, but that's just because we're letting it all roll through right now.
A lot of new faces in that wide receiver room. You talked about being the first day of one-on-ones. How do you feel where that wide receiver room stands right now?
I feel this is definitely the most talented group we've had as a whole. You've seen some really talented individual players here, but as a group, we've never had this kind of depth with the talent that we have. And now they have a long way to go. But I feel really good about that room. You asked me about the room. I feel very good about the room.
Mark, it's way early, but how do you feel about the way they're grasping the new offense?
We'll be fine when we put it all together. There's a lot to it. Different nuances. Again, I think it's pretty much common knowledge who we are, the way we get our shots, the way we set it up. Play action, playing physical, doing all those things. But right now during camp, you're putting a lot of things in, a lot of different personnel groupings that maybe the first time that was in today. And so a little bit of communication issues. There's a lot to this offense. It's an NFL offense. It's complex. So, but they'll get it. We just got a lot to work through.
With the complexities, is there, you were running a lot of different personnel groupings. Is it a lot of the same stuff but different formations?
It is, and it'll come to them all. It may be different for certain guys, but yes, a lot of that does carry over. We could call it the same thing in 11 or 12 personnel. You even saw some big sets today.
Well, it looked like almost all those running backs got a little bit of time with the ones. Is that where you are now, just kind of taking a look at everybody?
Yeah, we're just grinding our way through. Some of those guys, even I think I saw some young backers in there with the ones today. Brad rotated some guys, but we've bested some guys, and they've played an awful lot of football, as you know. So we feel pretty confident in them. We want to see what some other guys can do.
How have you seen Chris develop as a pass catcher too throughout your time here?
Pardon me?
How have you seen Chris develop as a pass catcher during his time here? Even that big one-handed grab earlier.
That was that's something he's really worked on, and that he needs to be in this offense and at the next level. So it was really nice to see him make that play. And good coverage, good defense, good offense, just a great individual play.
Horsey was pretty amped there at the end on those one-on-ones. Just how much does he mean to that line and just the line in general? How do you feel like it's at?
Yeah, the line you know, we've had some ups and downs through this camp so far, and as most position groups have. And but Kenneth is a steady guy. He's been there a long time, and they were having some fun with competition with the one-on-ones there. And you know, he's a strong leader and really good. You know, great experience and a good guy to kind of set the tone in that room.
Mark, how are you approaching kicker and punter with Colin and Matt coming back with the other scholarship recruits?
Yeah, Colin and Matt will be the guys right now until they get beat out. You know, so we'll see.
Mark, Andrew Phillips is all over today. How has he been this summer and during spring? I know we talked about him a lot, but how's his development been?
Yeah, I noticed it throughout camp and again today. You know, really good awareness, and you know, he's scrappy, and I like that. And he's ahead because he understands things a little bit right now. But yeah, he's doing well.
Mark, this time, in years going by, we could kind of read the concern in your voice and your body language. You seem a lot more excited today than maybe in years gone by. Is that fair to say?
It's fair to see when you catch me. It's fan day today. I got to talk to you all. I got to be all happy. I'll go back up there and be a grump. No, we got a lot of work to do. You know, I'm confident in the staff and the players, but we have a lot of work to do. But that's what it's for.
Coach, you talked about the young outside backers, man. We saw Tyrese Fearby make a couple of big plays today, had an interception. How's he come along so far early on?
Yeah, he's done a really nice job. Very, very athletic. Probably of the young outside backers, the most natural pass rusher. And some of the other guys get other great qualities. So we'll continue to bring him along and see if he can help us.
Mark, it looked like Deion Walker was running some of the ones. How is he?
Tyrese is right over there. Here's his ugly mug right there. Don't make me talk nice about him. Deion, big Deion, yeah. What's that?
It looked like Deion was running the ones. How is he looked?
Deion's done a really nice job. You know, really great young man. Works hard. You can see the athletic ability in him, and just got to stay the course. There's going to be ups and downs, but unbelievable talent and exactly what we thought when we recruited.
The DBs were getting their hands on a ton of balls and getting hyped as well. What does that unit have to do to really get ready and hold up to their?
Well, like I said, I think, you know, if you look at the structure of our defense, there's a lot of ways to protect. There's a lot of ways that we, as a unit, play good together. And but there comes a time when you have to win one-on-ones, and so that time will show up, and you'll know, and I'll know whether they won or lost.
You've talked a lot about the different people at DB and trying new things and hiding in the protection. What does it mean to have Carrington on that one side, just being a constant?
He's really stepped it up. You know, he is. He's not there yet, but I like his attitude and his work ethic and taking the coaching and getting better.
Everybody good?
Thank you, guys.